Are you guys fasting? No eating?
I had a coffee at 8 a.m., a small coffee with no milk and no sugar.
No sugar, perfect.
So it's just a little dopamine rush.
Yeah, okay. You should do that. Try to keep that elbow nice and straight for me. Make a fist. How are you feeling? You okay?
Yeah.
I have a lollipop or candy if you want some.
Oh, there sounds like a good deal.
That wasn't too bad. I take a picture of you. Now you survived it. Where is it?
I pass out.
Did find a few treats.
Just kidding, guys. I'm all good and gravy, and I'm back at home. I was just doing some blood work, so, you know, just a routine checkup, make sure everything is looking all right. I also actually scored one of these Garmin watches to track my health and heart rate and whatnot. It's actually going to be kind of interesting. Do you think I'm going to have heart rate spikes when the market opens? Do you think around 9:30 or 9:35 my watch is going to be like, what is going on? Are you in the middle of a workout, or are you about to get a heart attack? I don't know. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. But today was pretty sweet. So we wanted to end the day, or the video live stream, at 10:15. 45 minutes after the market opens, I wanted to finish the live stream, wrap it up. I had the blood work appointment anyway around 10:30 or 10:45 is kind of when I wanted to be there. So that worked perfect. We had 45 minutes of trading the opening bell, and we had one super nice trade, a nice support line bounce. So there was a huge rally, and then the price came back to a key support level. We entered a little bit below that support level. It was really nice. We saw the price holding, enter that trade, bounce back up, close the trade. It took just, I think it was 5 minutes, and we scored 5.8%. So I'm gonna watch the sunset a little bit longer, kind of enjoy this afternoon, and then we're gonna hop on the computer and I'm gonna review the rest of the trade with you guys, because I know yesterday I was a little quick with my review, and typically I always wanna dive into all of the trade details. If you guys have not done so already, I highly recommend you guys watch the trade happen in real time. Check out the video here. There's going to be a link popping up as well, so you can click on that. And there's going to be in the pinned comment, the first pinned comment below is me telling you the time. You can click on that time button, so it's like at 48 minutes or something like that, and it'll go right exactly to where I entered the trade, so you don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. But that will give you a really good insight to my thought process before, during, and after the trade as it's happening live, because sometimes in these recaps, you know, you could talk about things, but there's nothing like seeing it live. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Leave a like on this video, guys, if you appreciate this content, you want to see more of it, and you make it easier for other traders to find this content as well. Consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon too if you guys are new here and you want to see more videos like this. Time for the trade review. Is that the moon up there? I'm not gonna lie, this screen and the light that I have going on right now is making this look like some sort of horror movie. But to brighten up the mood a little bit, good part about hospital visits is you get a lollipop. And this is a cherry one, so I'm a happy camper. Let's go ahead and move on over to the trading screen. And here you can see all the goodies that we were looking at today on our watch list. PTGX was the bad boy that we were trading today. Now this thing was going crazy, and let me just quickly go to the 1 minute chart over here and zoom out a little bit. Now this one didn't actually make the top 3 of the watch list. What we were looking at right off the bat was MBRX, we were looking at DLPN, and we were looking at SMIT. They're all kind of in the price range we were looking at, except maybe MBRX. Everything was looking pretty good. But the reason I didn't put PTGX on our watch list is because the pre-market was very weak, just about 13%, and the big news article didn't actually really surface until the market opened. So it kind of flew under the scanner for me. Most of my attention in the beginning was on DLPN right here, but this one was just moving really slow. Although the dollar volume was looking, you know, all right, ultimately it was more or less a snoozer, so we didn't end up pulling the trigger on it, which ended up being really good. So then I was able to diverge my attention to PTGX, and then we were able to sync this trade. So let's talk about this trade just a little bit and talk about why we entered this trade. So the morning rally here was looking really strong. Right with the morning open, there was a strong move to the upside, and just a few percentage, 2.3% down, and then all of a sudden it went right back up. And in just the first 3 minutes, it was up 13%, so pretty aggressive. The first pullback wasn't really that strong, about a 5% pullback, and then it continued to move to the upside. And ultimately, ever since the market opened, it went up 54%. So what we did is I basically missed all this. We were starting to watch this around 9:45, a little maybe closer to 9:50, and I didn't really feel comfortable entering in any of this stuff. I remember thinking about putting in maybe a limit order closer to 7, but this pullback was never really that strong enough, and then I just didn't really feel comfortable entering near $8. And I'll talk about why I didn't really feel comfortable about that $8 mark in a little bit. So what I did was I wanted to wait for a larger pullback, and I really like this area, this 750 area. To me, there was a big initial run to this area. We had a 1 minute pullback here, and then another bounce to this area. We had a bigger pullback here to 735, but then again a rally off this point. So I was thinking, if we have a larger pullback, maybe closer to VWAP, I think this area, this 7.5 area, is going to be a huge bounce. And a lot of times that 7.5 or that, you know, $5 whole number or that 0.5 kind of round cent area gets tested about 10 cents under. So let's say you're trading $5, the price sometimes cracks $5 and goes to $4.90 or something like that to get some of the stop losses out. The same with this one. So this one cracked 750, went to 7, I think it was 38, and our limit order was kind of ready to go right around there as long as the crack didn't happen too fast. So that's when we got executed. We got executed at 7.4, and we took this bounce right away near the VWAP. Although I typically never really trade the VWAP bounce, what I did do though is identify that there was big support here at 7.5. So that really was what I was trading. I was not dependent on the VWAP, although I understood that this was, you know, coming up to the VWAP, and there's going to be a lot of traders looking at this area. If we come quickly to the tick view, you can see a little bit better at the 7.5 area I'm talking about. Let me just quickly scroll back here. 1 second. And here you can see that big rally we had in the morning. Any of these pullbacks would have probably been phenomenal entries. Eventually though, right here at the 7.35 is the big bounce area. So we had a 1 minute pullback here. We continued the rally to the upside. We came back to this area, and eventually, lo and behold, check this out. We didn't hit the 3.5 exactly. We went right above it. We came back almost to the same exact spot and then bounced off this area. So our entry was looking pretty good at about, you know, 5 cents above the turnaround. So our risk was very controlled. We knew if this area broke, we would try to get out right away after that. So we were probably only risking about 10 cents, and we had some really nice upside to around 0.8 or $8. That's really where I was looking to take profits. And, you know, right away, I identified that this right here was our shoulder. So there's going to be some resistance in this area. You can see that this area was support, and eventually it became resistance. So I thought, okay, the 7.8 area, 7.85 area is going to be a lot of resistance. So I went ahead and put our limit order at 7.83, and boom, right away, you know, we had this bounce. I was a little nervous right here, but then we came back, tested this area, and we had a perfect exit right here before the price continued to the downside. And then boom, you know, we took our profits, we closed the position, and we were done for the day. This was a really smooth trade, and I couldn't be any happier. This is exactly what I was looking for. Definitely go ahead and check out the video, the live stream today that started at 9:15. It really wraps up my emotions and what I'm thinking before, during, and after this trade. And I think there's going to be a lot of value for you guys in that video. I rewatch those videos myself at least 3 times each, and then on the weekend I do it again. Those recap videos really help me, and I hope you guys find some value in them too. Again, there's going to be that video will be linked at the top left or top right, wherever that is in this video, so you guys can quickly find it. All right guys, that's everything for me today. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Till then, stay safe and make some awesome trades. I'm out. Ciao.